Yo, what's happening, guys? Hope everyone's well. Yeah, today's a massive day, guys. Today's probably the biggest day, today and tomorrow, because I don't think the votes will be in today, probably tomorrow afternoon. But we all know today is one of the biggest days, and this week, probably the biggest week we have for crypto and for most of the stock market and commodity markets and the forex exchange. Pretty much every single market is going to be quite crazy today slash tomorrow. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm gonna go over a few data that potentially, just a post-election data that we can see. Maybe there might be a pump or a dump, so we're gonna run through those. But also want to run through a few setups that I'm currently in. We did take a long for JTO. I did send the signal in the chat for JTO stop loss below the low. I hope you guys did take the setup. Did send this this morning, so yeah, it looks good. So this is the setup that I'm in for JTO. Basically, just trying to go back up to that level at the highs over here. But yeah, I did explain the setup in the signal. But overall, I want to quickly run through Bitcoin quickly. I think it's important that we go over to see what's happening with BTC. Let's run it back here. So, okay, all right. So Bitcoin. Most important thing is, did we close above? We've got 1 minute here, guys. 1 minute. So basically, if we look at BTC, it's a very, very simple setup for Bitcoin today. I do think that yesterday was just a shakeout, right? So basically, we did shake out these lows over here yesterday, which basically, guys, I want to show you on the weekly time frame. I did actually move this up, but essentially we did actually take out that previous week low, which is good, right? Which is a good thing. And this weekly candle is starting to flip bullish, so it's looking like it's going in the right direction. And you can also see on the daily time frame, we couldn't even break past this low over here. We closed above that level, so everything is kind of pointing into the direction that we might see a bit of a pump before the election. So yeah, looking for longs, definitely for Bitcoin. We're going to see what happens here. The 4-hour candle is closing, and basically what I want to see happen is, this needs to obviously break, right? So we got 30 seconds. If we can close above this level, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. But I think what's important is to mainly just look at the heat map today to see exactly where we are heading, right? So if you look at the heat map, we are most likely heading here, 69,090. That is going to be the next zone. If we clear that level, then we can see a push back up to. Let's have a look at the weekly. I know we have levels a little bit higher here, so we have 70K, 70,400. Yeah, so if we break 69K, we do have quite a lot of liquidity levels above us. Most of liquidity is sitting above us right now. So honestly, I would be looking more to the upside than to the downside. So that's something for Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin did actually just close bullish here for so this is interesting. So we did close bullish above this level, but you can see this trend line is not really valid on the lower time frame. It's been really, really choppy over the last couple of days. That was obviously a fake out over there, but we did actually close above, which is very interesting. It is very interesting. We do have a bit of these levels a little bit lower that I'm looking at, but that 30-minute looks good, right? That 30-minute closed above this key level here. So we'll see. We're looking at that 69 and 90 level, and then we're also looking at 70K, right? So we'll see what happens today. But overall, market right now looking good. It's looking decent. I'll be honest with you, it's looking decent. I was looking at a couple of longs yesterday. I think this week, guys, it's been super choppy. We're gonna have to trade just certain coins that are looking decent. So the coin that obviously I chose was JTO, which is why we took a long. Okay, gold setup for the day. If you guys are interested in looking at a long for gold at this level over here, this is the setup that I'm waiting for gold back down to this level. That would be great. Back up to the highs. So that's the setup for gold. Yeah. What else? NASDAQ, also looking for potential long for NASDAQ on this retest here. I'm currently long on NASDAQ as well, but we'll see what happens. But let's go back to crypto, because this is the most important part for crypto. So let's have a look. So Bitcoin is currently pumping right now. I think, yeah, if you guys did enter JTO, well done. Dogecoin as well. Dogecoin absolutely ripping. Check out Dogecoin, guys. This is crazy. It pumped super hard this morning. I mean, I took a long over here and then I just took profit. But Dogecoin looking absolutely like really bullish, which is really nice. So a lot of coins looking good. Even XRP, guys. XRP looks absolutely beautiful. Remember yesterday I was telling that I'm looking for longs over here for XRP. We had a massive flush out, but I think XRP is going to close really strong today. I think we're going to see quite a nice push there. Pepe, yeah, not really interested in Pepe as of yet, but looking decent. Essentially just waiting for that closure, above these levels over here. So Pepe is close. Phantom, let's put some music on. Okay, please, Trump needs to win as well. Can you please explain and show us how exactly are you trading gold? Yeah, of course. Let me show you quickly. So gold is a little bit different to crypto. It more just works on supply and demand. So essentially, gold, I kind of just trade gold in like a certain range. So basically, I want to see. So right now for gold, right, you can see we clearly still in this uptrend for gold. But right now we are making lower lows and lower highs. But this is a zone right over here that we see a lot of reaction, right? So what I'm looking at over here is whenever price taps into this level, we do seem to tend to bounce from the zone, right? We tend to bounce. Same as this morning, we tend to bounce. So essentially, I'm just looking for like a reaction at this point. I want to see if we can get like a potential double bottom at this level, and then we can look for that push up to break this trend line coming down. So I'm expecting something like that for gold. We normally see reactions at these areas for gold. So the game plan, same thing over here, right? We had a reaction at the support over here. So these levels form support and resistance, right? So this level over here, we had a huge reaction, came back down, another reaction, came back down, reaction, and then we eventually broke that. Now we're back into this level over here, which is where I'll be looking to long back up to the highs. This level is a level that we haven't tapped just yet, and there's a lot of sell orders sitting within this zone, right? So I would expect price to fall that level before we can look for some sells back down, right? Okay, so the reason why I'm looking for longs is because we haven't really filled this liquidity over here, right? We didn't really fill that level. And then what we normally do is we normally fill that zone, and then we'll come back down and break these lows and look for lower targets. So gold, like right now, I'm temporarily bullish on the lower time frames, but I think once we tap into this level over here a little bit later on, we should be looking for a potential sell-off, and that is something to look at, right? So strategy for gold is it's basically just buying support and then selling at resistance in a way, but you have to identify these levels based on like where the liquidity is lying, right? So a lot of orders did get weren't filled right over here. We did break through here, but a lot of orders over here, we need to fill all these orders. So I'm expecting price to grab liquidity and then push up a little bit higher. So yeah. What exchange do I use for gold? I use like I said yesterday, I use a funded account. I've had it for like a couple of years. Yeah, I use a funded account. I use funded next. If you guys want that, it's quite cool. Payouts are really good and everything. But yeah, because basically I started with Forex with funded accounts, and that's how I actually got my capital was with Forex. And then I used that capital, invested in crypto, and that's kind of how I got to where I am now. So, but yeah, I mainly just trade gold. Can we have a funded account for crypto too? Yes, you can. Actually, it's called Prop W. So I'll show you guys how to access that. So if you come to CoinW, all you need to do is click on Prop W over here. So you click on more Prop W, and then you come down over here, and then you have all your challenges over here. You can see you can buy a $50 challenge for 5K. A 5K challenge for $50. You can buy a 10K challenge for $100. 50,000 USDT is 385. 100,000 is 667. So CoinW does actually supply that as well. Yeah, funded next. It's funded next. Yeah, the leverage is 100. But yeah, for CoinW, this is it's called Prop W. All you need to do is just go into CoinW, click on that more button at the top that I showed you, come down, and then you can actually get started over here. So these are all the challenges over here. Very, very simple to use. It's like any other funded account, but yeah, it looks good. All right. So that is something I'm looking at for the day. It's going to be interesting to see what happens today. I do think that sitting on the sidelines is probably the best thing to do. I know a lot of you guys want to take that massive setup. How much is the payout percentage? It is funded next on what platform exchange? It's called MT5, MT5 or MT4. It's MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. It's just like a broker where you put it in. And then how much is the payout? Funded account for gold and what exchange? Yeah, it's called Funded Next. So it's Funded Next is like the actual exchange. I mean, the actual broker. No, it's like a company, and the broker is MT5. Yeah, and then for crypto, yeah, it's 80% payout, but it can go up to 90% depending if you're profitable over a certain period of time. So yeah, I mean, it does hold, guys. If you know how to trade, and you understand your strategy and whatnot, funded accounts can be quite simple, right? I think it's for me, it's all about risk management for funded accounts. You're not risking that much, and you just go for a whole bunch of setups, right? So like with gold setup over here, it's coming straight to that entry, right? But essentially, what I'm looking at here for gold is you can see my stops, right? My stop loss is going to be below this wick over here, right? So I'm not risking that much, but check my target, right? My target is really, really high, right? So my risk to reward is 1:8. So I can go a little bit lower on the margin for this trade because my risk to reward is a lot higher, right? So if my stop loss was really, really small, then I could probably put a lot higher margin for this trade, right? So for me, like funded accounts are quite simple. You just need to understand your drawdowns and all of that stuff. Okay. But like, I think what this channel or JTO is pumping. Oh my God, JTO, yes. Let's run it. Oh shit. Where's JTO gone? JTO, here we go. Here we pumping. Yeah, I think JTO is gonna rip. Yeah. We up like 10% because I put an 8x leverage. Yeah, but nothing crazy. This is the setup. So we did close quite nicely on the 5 minutes. Yeah, looks good. I like how this is looking. I'll be honest with you. The 5 looks really, really clean. Looks good. But yeah, I think if you guys want to do funded accounts, it is the way. That's actually how I got my capital with funded accounts. And also, like, if you want to do a funded account and then come live, and then also I can help with some trade setups. Because also on Prop W, I mean, it's mainly, I don't see JTO calls. Did you put in a Telegram? Yeah, I did. I did put in a Telegram. It was this morning. Let me check if it. Oh no. There's a problem with our bot. It hasn't forwarded anything from me today. Just the update, the signal. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, because basically we have this bot, right? That when I share signals, it like sends to like all the different groups, and it got stuck this morning. That's what I got told. Oh, my bad. Yo, that's annoying. That is very, very annoying. Anyway, but yeah. So I won't speak about your ACO anymore, but yeah, this is the setup. I do think that it's a good setup. If you guys want to add or enter to this trade, because it didn't actually end up sending through, which is very, very frustrating. Yeah, I think for a good setup for JTO, I think it's already kind of broken. I would have to wait for like a retracement to get in again. But like the reason why I like the setup is because it was just holding this 5-minute level, right? This 5-minute trend. So like when it starts breaking this 5-minute trend, then I'll probably just jump out of it. But as long as it stays above that zone, I'll be bullish. So that's kind of how you can also manage your positions. Like if you're long in a position, what you want to do is you just want to draw your trend line from support to support, and that is going to be the trend that you need to hold, right? So as long as price does stay like above this 5-minute trend, we're going to see a move to the upside. But once we start breaking through here, then I'll look to exit, something like that. So it's a good way to manage your risk, right? Right. What's your thoughts on Turbo? Let's have a look. I was actually looking at Turbo, I think, a while ago, right? Let's have a look at Turbo. It's very annoying. We need to go to trade of the day. Turbo. Let's play some music. It's getting a bit. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Let me just chuck this all out. I'll put some music on in the background. Just give it a second. I've got so many different coins. I just need to delete all of them first. But yeah, I think today's gonna be crazy. Like it's gonna be super, super volatile. I wouldn't suggest like trading too much today. So like I'm not gonna tell you a lot of setups, but I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even have a setup for the election, because the thing is, election happens throughout the whole day, and throughout tomorrow, because they're still voting, right? And then it's late in the US right now. Okay, so let's put it here, Turbo. Okay, bang. Let's have a look at Turbo. All right, so if we have a look at Turbo, looks really, really nice on the daily. I mean, it just looks super, super clean. This is Binance, so I think there's a lot more data on some other exchanges. But what's very, very nice to look at here for Turbo is we are respecting these supports over here. So that's that previous flip. So we had a resistance over here, formed resistance, came back down, found support. Definitely something to look at for a potential setup, right? And also, if we do actually put the fib from this low to this high, let's have a look. I mean, nothing really pointing in that direction. Okay, so the fib doesn't really do anything, because it normally would have a fib on the flip of this 4 hour. Yeah, you can see right over here, it's looking good. I'll be honest with you, it's looking really, really nice. We do have a trend line as well. That is something to look at around about here. So for Turbo, honestly, if Turbo can hold the support that it's holding right now, it looks really, really good. Then I do think that we're going to see something like this happen, where we're going to see a pump, break over here, retest it like previous supports, and then look for a move a lot higher. So I think Turbo buying within these levels is something to look at for spot, because I know Turbo is going to be a really, really good one, right, for the bull run. So I do think that this is a good level to accumulate, because from this price, you're only looking at a stop loss of 9%, but your take profit is looking at like a 66%. So it's definitely something to look at for spot. Looks really, really nice. Every else has been ranging. We just need to find the entries. I know. It's a bit annoying. I'll be honest with you. It is a bit annoying. Solana, yeah, I've got you, brother. I've got you. Let's have a look at Solana. Let's run it back for Sol. Yeah. Just waiting for this gold setup here. I know you guys are here for crypto, but this is a setup I'm looking at for gold. It's coming into my zone here. Okay, what are we looking at? We're looking at Solana. Solana's been getting smacked as well. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at Solana here quickly. So if we have a look at Solana, like honestly, if we look at Solana on the daily, like looks absolutely beautiful. Like let's be honest here. Solana looks really, really clean. We're still holding this massive uptrend. Personally, yeah, have a look at that. It's holding the 0.5% retracement, which is something to look at. On the 4 hour, looks beautiful as well. Yeah, so have a look at here. So right now for Solana, it's quite interesting, right? So for Solana, yeah. So right now we are currently in what? Right? We are currently in a downtrend, making lower lows and lower highs. Remember, for a downtrend to break, what needs to happen is the first thing that needs to happen is we need to change structure, right? So the structural change that needs to happen will be at these highs, right? So this is something that we need to see. We need to see a pump, at least break above here, then come back down, retest like this level, make a new lower high. I mean a higher low, right? So we have a low over here. We need to break this high to the left, okay? Break this high. We need to come back down, create a new higher low, and that's when we start seeing exponential moves, right? So for Solana right now, it's just you can't really do anything because we are currently in like no man's land. We need to see either a break of this level or break down over here and then continue to the downside. So it's yeah, it's one of those ones where it's just sit in your hands, not really do anything, right? So it's yeah, can't really do anything right now for Sol. I'll be honest with you, but it looks bullish. Like it does look bullish. Looks good. Looks good. So we'll see what happens there. It's gonna be interesting. What else you guys looking at? Tau. Yeah, let's have a look at Tau. Let's have a look at Tau. Dogecoin's been pumping today. What's Bitcoin doing quickly? Coming down a little bit, yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we're having a look at Tau over here. So let's run it back. So let's have a look at Tau. I mean, Tau. We've spoken about Tau most. Like what I was saying is that within this range, we want to be shorting the top and longing the bottom. And then what actually happened, we did actually break down from that range, which is not good, right? So for me, Tau, I mean, this is probably going to be the best entry of your life, right? If it can come down to this level over here, that would be absolutely beautiful. We do bring the fib from this low over here to this high. We are currently getting rejected from the 618. Yes, we did tap the 618 level. We could see a bounce here because a lot of people will be trying to long the resistance over here. So this could be a bounce zone for Tau. I honestly think that this is a good accumulation zone for Tau. Like, let's be honest, Tau's going to do really, really well in this bull run. It's going to be one of those ones that's definitely going to 5x. I honestly think you're buying it at $400. Really, if you want to take it back up to all-time high, you're looking at what's all-time high. Okay, all-time high is a little bit sketchy, but essentially all-time high is $1,200. Which was that open high. But if you look at the most recent high, you're looking at least a 60% move. Although I do think that altcoins can bleed a little bit more, I do think Tau is a good level to accumulate here. So I'll be accumulating at these levels and a little bit lower over here. So I'll be looking at that for Tau. Yeah, but for now, just not really interested. Not really interested. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to be trading that much this week. I just want to take it easy. Just because of all this data coming out and everything, it's going to be very toppy. Yeah, for me, for Tau, we obviously just need to break above this high over here. This is something that I would watch out for today. So yeah, this would be a good level. If we can somehow get above this level, so what I'll be looking at is price breaking through, getting a retest and looking for those longs. That would confirm a potential push up. So I'll be looking for that for today. But am I interested right now looking for a long? No, not really. I'll be honest with you, not really. The reason why, well, it's quite simple. We are currently below resistance. We are making lower lows. We are making lower highs. So this could just be a short zone for Tau to actually come back down further, right? So yeah, for me right now, I'm kind of leaning more on the long side of things, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I want to see a break over there first. Can we do copy trading with you on Forex for gold by chance? I don't. Yeah, I'll look into that. I mean, yeah, I'll let you know. Because I'm trying to set up one of my accounts to copy trade one of my other accounts. Yeah, when I know, I'll try to sort that out today. I'll let you know for tomorrow's live. Okay. Yeah, I honestly think gold trading gold is a lot easier. I'll be honest with you. Crypto, very manipulated, very manipulated, very manipulated. Anyway. Before I jump into some other stuff, I want to go over a little bit of some stuff that I picked up over the last couple of weeks, and it's definitely going to be this over here. So essentially, this is what happened in 2016 when Trump won. So the US election was over here, and check what happened. We had a small little dump. We had that massive bull run straight afterwards, right? So honestly, I think that could be the case. I think regardless, whoever wins, we will see a pump. But I think we have to be cautious, guys, because I think short term, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, save Trump wins, right? Everyone's going to be so bullish, and then what actually happens is, all the retail gets smacked by all the institutions and market makers trying to push the price down a little bit lower, and then it takes out all of our stop losses, and then we start seeing a push up. So that's something that I'm thinking that could happen as well, although I'm not really too sure. But yeah, I just want to watch. I'll be curious to see what happens. So just expect this. I mean, I think after the US election, every single time, regardless if it was a Democrat or a Republican that won, we did see a pump, right? So we did see that massive rally. So I think regardless, it's quite bullish. If Kamala does win, maybe we see more of a dump. But yeah, I don't think it's too bad. This is also interesting. This is what I charted the other day. Very, very interesting to look into this. This is something very, very interesting to look at. The reason why is, look at this. So in 2016, the ETH bottom was when we had that 1, 2, 3 bullish divergence, right? 1, 2, 3 bullish divergence showing exactly the same in 2024 right now, which is absolutely crazy, right? So we're seeing the exact same pattern that we're seeing in 2016 prior election, right? So this is why I'm like, okay, altcoins could actually just pump from these levels, guys. And I don't want to be missing this, right? If we're seeing a triple bullish divergence, and we've seen it on the 2016 chart just before the election, this is something to look at, right? Because we know there's volatility coming in to the market, and it's showing that these divergences could play out, right? So I'm trying to be really, really bullish as much as I can be. There's a lot of data that is pointing that we're expecting a bounce, right? So same thing here. This is meme coins, a meme coin liquidity index, and check what's happening right now. We're seeing a super cycle potentially, right? We're at the potential bottom, right? So in 2017, we had this flipping to the upside, and then we had that massive pump. Same thing over here, flipping to the upside, we had that massive pump. And the meme coins right now is still looking good, but we have a potential pump back up to the 1.2 trillion mark. Looking really, really good for meme coins. So I think meme coins can actually do really, really well this cycle. I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of people might sleep on it. So yeah, this is also quite interesting. This is the altcoin market cap. We are currently in that buy zone according to this indicator. Last time we had this buy signal, we saw a massive pump back up to the sell zone. So I do think there's a lot of things pointing in the direction for a potential pump, guys. And I'm me, when I'm trading, I'm very neutral, very realistic. But I'm expecting, this could just be that last move to the upside, and that a lot of people will miss because don't be one of those people. I think accumulate, forget about it. Yeah. Every year's election has marked the lowest price we'll ever see. So this is 2012, the US election over here. This was the bottom, 6th of November. 8th of November 2016, now that marked the bottom. 3rd of November 2020, that also marked the bottom. So this is all of these indicators are showing that the election potentially has marked the bottom for the end of year rally, right? So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see what happens. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed in crypto, of course, but I think it's quite interesting to have a look at all of this data, right? It's something that we need to touch on because this is the data that's going to actually show what's going to happen, right? Obviously, it's past data, and also past data sometimes doesn't play out, but I think that's all we have, right? All we have right now is the past data, so we have to go with what it says, right? And that's how I trade. I trade with past data, like even with crypto, right? I'm looking at past support levels and past resistance levels to take trades, right? I'm not taking trade on the current time frame. I'm taking trades based on other time frames and dates prior to the current day, right? So that's kind of how trading works. But the problem that I do see is because everyone's looking at these metrics right now. And what happens is if everyone's looking at the same metric, everyone is expecting the same outcome to happen, and that's when we start to see discrepancies in the model. So it's a little bit tricky right now to know exactly what's going to happen. But we do have the data that is pointing that the altcoins can potentially bounce from these levels, and I do think that it's possible for that to happen. So we'll see what happens. Thank you, and we'll start calling you Dylan Gold member now. Yeah, I think. Yeah, still waiting for the setup for gold. So basically, what gold, if when you start trading gold, it loves to sweep liquidity, right? Right now, it looks like it's probably going to bounce, but I'm still waiting for the setup. I'm not going to take a setup now right over here. I'd only for gold if it actually doesn't hit our entry zone, which is fine. Then I'd wait for price to break the highs, and then what I'd wait for is a lower high. So regardless, I will be looking for longs there. For gold, we just have to see. Yeah. But yeah, I think honestly, if you guys are struggling with capital, something that I did struggle. I mean, guys, I started Forex 2017, 2018, right? And I didn't really have capital. I was in university. I was in South Africa. Didn't really have any money. So I was like, okay, the way I can do this is pretty much only with funded accounts. And then I kind of just learned from that, right? And honestly, funded accounts literally help you so much with risk management, which is something that a lot of you guys, I think every trader struggles with, right? What's happening, Mohammed? What's happening? We missed the bottom yesterday night, or we might revisit. Everything is good. What is the condition of Bitcoin this morning? Did we miss the bottom? Potentially. I don't know, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's very tricky right now. It's you know what's happening. Very tricky. What's happening. But let's have a look. Let's change this music because it's like really annoying me right now. All right, let's have a look at this. Let's be realistic here. Let's go back to Bitcoin. I don't think this is the. Honestly, what's. Oh, actually, okay. So if we have a look at Bitcoin right now, guys, this is important. So Bitcoin right now, very, very interesting what's happening with Bitcoin. And essentially, guys, Bitcoin basically respected this previous level, right? So essentially what happened was, if we draw the volume profile, remember, guys, this is probably the strongest indicator there is, volume profile. It shows you where most people are longing and most people are selling. And the point of control is sitting right over here, right? So we're sitting, we did actually tap into the point of control at 67K, bang, instant bounce, right? Look at the 4 hour time frame, we see, okay, 4 hour time frame, right now, we couldn't break the lows, still in this uptrend, everything looking still bullish. If we look at the 1 hour, the 1 hour did actually close, above these levels, but the problem is, like I said earlier, we can't really be bullish on Bitcoin right now until we actually start like breaking these highs, these prior highs over here, right? That would be amazing. If Bitcoin can break above like 69,300, that would be awesome. But yeah, for now, it's kind of just a waiting game. This could be like the potential bottom. I don't think so though. Like I do think that we're probably gonna dump. We could dump a little bit more. And the reason why I say that is because the weekly time frame, guys. The weekly time frame. Have a look over here. So this prior week, we did actually tap into these highs, right? So it's not like we can fill the wick again, which is why I'm just a little bit cautious, because normally what happens is if we see like a massive wick over here, we want to like try to fill it, and that's what happened last week. We actually filled the wick. We did actually end up filling that wick, which is not a good sign, right? Which can actually come lower. So for me right now, what we need to see happen is we need to see that weekly closure above 69,500, which is that value area high over here. And if you look at the daily, I think it will probably show the same thing. Yeah, we need to get above that 69,500 zone. Okay. So for Bitcoin, it's kind of just like at a level right now where we can't really do much. But like I said, once this 1 hour candle does actually start closing a little bit more bullish over here above these highs, then fine. I think longs could be valid. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just a waiting game right now. I think a lot of everyone's a little bit like on the edge, like what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And I think that's probably the worst way to go around it. I think we just have to wait and just see what happens, because it's a 50-50 thing that's going to happen right now. Like I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Like I haven't really been in crypto when the election came out, in terms of like, oh, there was a 2020, right? But like to be honest, I can't really even remember. But I do know that we will see an end of year pump. I do think that it's going to happen. I do think that there might be a shakeout before, though. I don't think. I think one more time we have to see people get liquidated, right? And that's the thing. I think that's the thing. A lot of people will be perma bull long at these levels. Bitcoin inverse head and shoulders. Let's have a look. On what time frame, brother? Let's have a look. Short time frame. Yeah, I don't really see it. I'll be honest with you. I don't really see it. I don't really see it. Maybe yeah, if you can tell me which time frame, I'll look at that. But yeah, I do think even looking at Tau, this is something I'm looking at. If we can just get above this level over here, that would be good. Obviously, we are long for JTO. Didn't actually. I sent the signal out this morning, but it didn't actually end up going through, which is very frustrating. But yeah, I do think JTO. If you guys want to look to enter now, this is a good area. The reason why I say it's a good area is because it's currently respecting this previous high over here, which is obviously that low that we put in on Sunday evening. So as long as price stays above this level, I do think that JTO could pump. So I think this is a good level to look for longs if you want to look for a potential setup right now. Yeah, I think the market right now is just kind of just chilling. Nothing really is going to happen too much. 15-minute time frame. Okay, well let's go back and see the 15. Inverse head and shoulders. I guess yeah, right. We're looking at this, but that's kind of already played out, I guess. This was, I think you're looking at this. This is your neckline over here. I mean, it's really kind of played out. I mean, you could look for price to come back down over here and then look for a retest. I mean, that could be something. That's something to look at. When trading, at what point do you break even? When trading, at what point do you break even 5% or lower? Because I found out that most times I break even, it will trace and push me out and start pumping again. So how do I determine when to break even? Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I think for break even, I just do it because my trading strategy is basically I take a position. So let's just say, for example, right, for Bitcoin, let's just say we took a long over here. We saw there was a inverse head and shoulders, and then then I was like, okay, price is currently over here. I'm going to take a little bit of profit at this level just to secure something out of it, right? It's always good to secure something, and then I'll just go break even just based on that, right? If it does come down, it does come down again, and then I'll look at maybe re-entering, right? But I think what you want to actually look for is you want to wait for like a break of structure. Basically, you want to see if price did break like these highs. If price broke these highs over here, then I'll be like, okay, you can go break even right now, and then it's risk-free trade. But normally, I'll if I'm in a trade, I'll literally just take some profit if I'm happy at like certain levels, and then I'll just go break even just based on that. But essentially, what you want to be waiting for is you want to wait for like a break of structure or like a break of a high, and then you can go break even because the probability of it coming back down to your entry is less likely, right? Because you're continuing within the direction of that setup, right? So yeah, I do think right like for Bitcoin, what I want to see happen is let's just say we took this long, I would want to see a break of this high, and then I'll be like, okay, break even, because I don't think it's going to retrace back down to these lows. I think once we break this high, we might see a retracement back down a little bit, but it shouldn't come back down all the way back down to these levels. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I think for the day, just kind of just long on JTO. It is bouncing from our level over here. I think that this is a good setup. It did break trend line to the downside. We started to create a new uptrend over here. We're starting to make higher highs, higher lows. This is definitely a key level sitting over here. We're looking at least a 4% move for JTO. 10x leverage, that's 40%, and our stop loss is literally around about 5%. So honestly, it looks decent, guys. Looks good. Looks really, really nice. Looks really, really good. But yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna head off now. Like I said, guys, the market's just a little bit a bit too choppy for me for the day. We can't really be scalping this type of market unless we have maybe if we have a look over here, maybe there's some coins that are volatile. Let's have a look. So Bonk's up 6%, Jupiter up 4%. Dogecoin's actually up the most. Ton's actually down 5%, which is absolutely crazy. H bar, a little bit mixed bag today, which is why it's just a little bit tricky. I'll be honest with you. When it's a mixed bag like this, very very tricky. tricky, guys. Very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. I was looking at Floki yesterday, bounced from the previous low. I mean, yeah, let's have a look at Floki. I think that's something we can look at. But yeah, I think it's just one of those days where I don't think we should be trading that much today, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves. Can we miss one day of trading? Yes, we can. Is there more opportunity tomorrow or the next day? Yes, there will be. So don't get FOMO. Floki looks absolutely terrible. Oh my lord. We did break through that trend, which was obviously, absolutely smacked. So Floki not looking too great, I'll be honest with you, but it does look like a bit of a bottom. I see what you're saying about that. Maybe we could bounce from here. We do have a bottom structure around about this level. So this is definitely a bounce zone for Floki. I do see what you're seeing here. If we look at the 4 hour, let's have a look here. So the 4 hour definitely we need to see a break above these highs up here, right? I mean that's just basics, right? We need to see at least a closure above that high. If we look at the 1 hour, so that would be that structural break, which is something we need to look for, right? So essentially, there's probably bullish divergence. Yeah, if you want to have a look at that. Yeah, look at that bullish divergence on the RSI. So I do think that Floki could bounce. If we have a look at the 4 hour, there might even be bullish divergence in the 4 hour. There is indeed. So this looking good. Floki is looking quite good for a potential pump. But I think you have to look at this from a practical point of view. What I'm thinking is, obviously we did break this trend over here. We did actually currently retest. What we need to break above this high, right? It's just basics to take a trade, right? We need to break above this high, and then potentially, let's just say we get a push back up to this level, wait for some retracement down, something like that. All right. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. It's going to be a short one today. Markets a little bit, a little bit. You can't do much. Honestly, like, what is the point of trading today? Just think maybe all of us just take a day off, right? Probably just gonna focus on my positions on gold and Nasdaq, right? So trading Nasdaq definitely something that I've been doing for a while. It's very, very volatile, but gold did miss our entry as well. Very, very close to our entry. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, let's come back. Look at the signals channels there. Maybe I'll post a setup. You never know. But there's no guarantee today. I think we're gonna take it chill. We're gonna take it super chill. We don't want to be over trading within this type of market, guys. It's just not what we want to be doing. All right. I do appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again. If you guys can like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.